So I guess you could call this episode 1 of the hunt for the Adelaide Hills trout, or the Adelaide trout I should say. They're not actually in the hills. Apparently there's trout close to Adelaide. I've seen a few pictures of some decent fish on social media and seen a few reports, but instead of being one of those forum pests asking everyone for their secret spots, I thought what better way to start than just to get out here and find a creek and start casting. So this is the first creek I've tried. Actually it's not, it's the second. I tried the creek at home and there's nothing in there, but that's right, this is the second creek I've tried. But I'm going to try and document it a bit and bring you along for the journey, see if we can't get that elusive Adelaide trout. But pretty cool spot to kick us off anyway. Definitely think a worse place is to spend an afternoon, but righto, I'm going to get back to it. Righto. See if we can turn this little guy into a trout. The perfect trout spot, sitting under all that bubbles there. Nice oxygenated water. This little pool here looks pretty good, but it's hard to get access to it without getting to the face of the pool or the leading edge of the pool, which is where the fish are likely to be. So it's going to be hard to get a cast in, you know. I understand that in a creek or in a river the fish face into the current, so that if the current's running towards me, the fish is facing into the current, and in this particular case it's most likely they'll be up the forward edge of the pool or right back on the back edge of the pool, where they've got easy access to any food as it washes in or out of the back end of the pool. So this looks like a really good spot, but it might be hard to get a cast in, but see how we go. Pretty tough going so far. Real skinny water. Super overgrown banks, but I could think of worse ways to spend an afternoon. Real nice scenery and sun's out. Beautiful day, so no complaints from me. Well, this will probably give away where I am to locals anyway, but sort of cruising along looking for a spot to have a fish, and this was the last thing I thought I'd find. It's like a old mine entry. Having just started working underground myself, certainly appreciate how far mining has come when you look at that tiny little entrance. Yeah, that would have been not much fun. Might find some gold up here. The trout would be amazing. I never really used to get into trout, but spent a bit of time up in the snowies and yeah, changed my mind on the old trout. Very, very cool way to spend a day. So again, where I'm likely to get a fish is up in here, so I kind of need to get down there to fish back up. So without spooking anything, I need to find a way down there, cast back upstream. Alright, see if all that carry on was worth it. Shot. And that's really good too, so this pool has got fresh growing weed in it, which is great. It means it's healthy. It's not filled with algae or old dead weed. And this little pool is alive. Alright, let's try a cast from here up there. Here's a sneaky one. So far nothing, nothing to report, but at least the creek is opening up a little bit more up here as I keep hiking along, and it's actually fishable in some spots, so keep making our way along and see how far we can get before we hit private property, and then turn around and go find somewhere else. I guess that wraps up episode 1 of the hunt for an Adelaide trout. Pretty cool way to spend the afternoon, prospecting one of the little local creeks down here in the Fleurieu Peninsula. Plan is to slowly make my way up into the hills, just keep, searching, prospecting the creeks and the rivers as I go. But there's history of trout being released into these creeks, but it was a long time ago. They haven't been stocked for ages. So whether or not there's still spawning fish in these creeks, I'm not sure. That remains to be seen, but pretty cool spot. A bit of history here. There's a copper mine from the 1840s you can crawl into. I wasn't game to crawl in there. Didn't have my headlamp. And yeah, pretty cool spot anyway. But that's it for the Salvo. Episode 1 done. Currency Creek trout. Nearby. See how we go on the next one. Righto, see you later.